Hey guys, welcome to lesson 7, shelling and ribs, part number 3. So we're just continuing the development of this part. The next thing I'd be liking to look at here is the how to create a reference geometry, in particular the plane reference geometry. So here, if I press go into this part which I've created earlier, we're going to have a look at a range of different planes which we can use here. So to create a reference plane, we can go to Reference Geometry and then Plane. And then from this, we can select a range of different planes. So one way is we can click on a planar face and an edge. So one face and an edge. And when we do this, we then have control over the angle at which we're placing our plane here. So we could pick it as being perpendicular, coincident, or we could pick an angle and pick a range of orientations. So this is helpful if you want to place your sketch on a different angle here. Okay, another way that we can create a plane is go to Reference Geometry, Plane, and click on 3 different vertices. So one point in the top left corner, one vertex in the bottom here, and another vertex, let's say up here. And if we click on 3 of these, we'll select a plane which goes through each one of these 3 vertices. Okay, and then click on the green tick if you want to create that plane. Next one that we can try is just click on Reference Geometry and Plane, and we can make it coincident to a existing plane. So if I, for example, click on this face, and then as my second reference, click on a point which is on that face, then we'll create a plane which is in line with it and then coincident with that point. All right, so another one we might find useful is a parallel reference. So here, go to plane, click on the surface, and then we can offset that component in any direction. There's an option to flip the offset just here. Okay. And then one more we can try is the tangent relationship here. So for example, on this circular surface here, we can go to Reference, Geometry, and Plane, and then click on the top surface here, and that will create tangent to that surface there. If we want it to be perpendicular or parallel to a component, we can pick a surface. So this one will make it so that it goes at 90 degrees to that point. We go perpendicular. We can go parallel if we want. So these are 2 options there. We can also select amongst these here. Another one that has been useful for me as well is the mid-plane reference geometry. So if you go to plane and then click on 2 surfaces opposite to one another, so let's say these 2, we can automatically create a plane which is in the center of those 2 flat surfaces, and that's the mid-plane surface there, which is useful for those times when you've created a part on the wrong origin. Okay, so one more is also you can create it based on tangent and parallel. So we've had a look at that. Midplane we've had a look at. And then one more is if we have a line and a single point, we can create a reference plane with respect to there. Now for the component which we're creating, so over here, I'm just pressing Alt-Tab to change across. The plane which we want is with respect to the surface here. We'll just click on the top surface, go to Reference Geometry Plane, and we want a reference geometry which is a reference plane which is 10 millimeters towards that way. So 10 millimeters, change the orientation or offset direction, and then click on the green tick. Alright, so that's it for this video. In the next video, we'll be creating the ribs for this feature using that plane. Thanks for watching. Till next time, bye-bye.